Right lads, so we're in the kingdom of Kerry today and ye are the men behind Scully Trailers. Some of our viewers maybe up the north or in the UK mightn't have heard of Scully Trailers, but you're based down the southwest of Ireland and you're making bale trailers, bale handlers. You have a new product behind you there, well beside you, which is a wrap carrier with a crop roller.
I suppose we were established here since 2006, and I suppose the business has been growing stronger and stronger every year. Started off doing the conventional bale handlers. I suppose got approached in by a contractor to build a bale trailer, and I suppose it's kind of taken off from there then. Most years we try and add something to the range then. This year now is our plastic carrier with the integrated box at the bottom for carrying your net, or it can carry the bar wrap film as well. It can be sold with or without the crop roller then as well. It's hydraulically folded up, comes with a set of strobe lights, marker lights and headlights, which can all be controlled independently then as well.
Yeah.
So it's a nice feature for this year. I suppose what brought it on was contractors that are running 2 to 3 fusion balers there. I suppose with staff being so limited, if they can have one of these on one of the tractors, they can have a full load for the day, resulting in don't having to bring someone to the field with net and plastic and stuff. So trailer behind us, then it's got the hydraulic folding sides in it. This particular model is a 22 bale. She's coming with air over hydraulic brakes, flotation tyres, bolt-on ring hitch, and the galvanised sides in as well. So I suppose again it'll save downtime for the contractor tying his bales. They're fully secured on the road and makes it nice and safe for everyone then as well.
Yeah. So your main, would it be fair to say your main thing is bale trailers, really, or be more bale handlers?
It's 50-50 really. Like I suppose the trailer range can be from the bale trailers to the multi-purpose livestock, touching a few low loaders as well and stuff. And
I suppose they're more of a bespoke. They're sold as they're sold before they're made. So the customer might come with a spec. He might be looking for something a bit different, and we generally go through the design with him, sit down and go through it, see what problems we might encounter and overcome, and eventually we'll bring it out through the factory floor, or get it cut and send it through the factory floor. I suppose the handlers they'd be more of a production item for us.
Yeah. So you're the likes of the bale trailer behind you there. Like someone came to you, they wanted this trailer made to a certain spec, and you made it, and now that's ready to go out. It's sold.
That's ready to go.
Ready to go, yeah.
Whereas your bale handlers, you have a few sitting in the yard ready to go at all times if someone needs one in a hurry.
Constantly, like yeah, and they're pretty much running all year round in, like the elephant trunks and all the range of bale handlers would be.
Yeah, we'd be making them in stocks.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't be making one. We'd be making say a standard lifter. We'd be making maybe 20 30 of them in a go.
I suppose the key is like when the weather window is tight for everybody, if they need a handler, I suppose we're contactable very easily, and we've pallet service in, they can get it within 24 hours.
Yeah, so you have your elephant trunk is your most popular.
That's the most popular one, like yeah.
And then you have your rear handlers for the back of the tractor. You have ones that'll go on the front. You have an interesting one over here that'll fold up completely for the back of the tractor, and you can still put your trailer on, you were telling me.
Yeah, so the way that one is designed is the hinge system is asymmetric on it. So when it hydraulically folds up, it gives you adequate clearance. It clears over your drawbar, and you can straight attach your trailer in without decoupling your bale handler. So I suppose for main point of view is for safety then as well. For a guy using it as a conventional handler, it folds up out of the way, and if you land to your field and if you need a counterbalance, you can fold down your handler, pick up a bale with it, and it acts as a counterbalance in the field or in your yard while you're stacking your bales.
So you were showing me earlier on all your bale trailers have a folded edge on them to stop any damage to plastic and stuff.
Yeah, so we go to good bit of consideration here, like that we'd build our trailer with our side lace and we'd fold the sheet down over the side lace in as well.
Yeah.
It gives you added protection, so when you're taking your bale off the trailer, you have a nice smooth edge there, nothing risking to damage the plastic of the bale.
And then all your trailers run in the same kind of axles
Yeah, we're using the disc tag axle there, 10 stud high-speed commercial axles with the 24-ton running gear. The trouble-free, very little maintenance on them in the line of greasing and things, and we're very thankful to them throughout the years.
And what's your go-to flotation tyre setup then under your bale trailers and stuff?
We generally, that we customer spec. Generally, it would be the 560 for the trailers with the 50k, and the nice 550 45 in for the trailers on the 40k.
Yeah.
The 550 has a nice grip tyre as well. Like, it's not as aggressive in the field, and look, we leave the customer spec it and we'd advise them as much as possible. Then the livestock trailers are generally kept on a low profile tyre then to keep them low for loading stock.
So Shane, you're the man that does the design, and you're in the office there. You're on the computer doing up the designs. Run us through what happens there. Does Niall just give you a sketch on the back of a matchbox and you have to work your magic, or?
Sometimes a bit of chalk on the floor, but no, I suppose with the customer normally rings Niall. Niall put down the spec, then we'll write out a spec for it and we'll go through it. You would advise them generally what your feelings and what your takes are on it, and after that then we'll go through on the computer, we'll model it up, whatever changes need to be changed, and then we try and eliminate as many issues before it goes to the factory floor as possible.
Yeah.
I suppose with everything now, we get everything laser cut. There's, you can't really do that without the CAD. Once we get the first couple of prototypes out,
generally it runs on pretty
generally
good.
We're pretty good. We're set up then for
production.
Yeah. We'd, I suppose, like every factory, we're always trying to improve the product or the factory itself.
Yeah.
Either in terms of the drawings or the product itself, or bringing on new products. The first one we made, we'd actually have a consultant team that would come on a Saturday and would
tell you everything you done wrong.
Yeah, basically, we'd go back to the drawing board and improve upon that. We have a couple of fabricators inside there. There's Brian inside there. He's a very good man. Joe, he'll always give all what he feels is right, and generally, to be honest, he's really wrong. Then ourselves, I suppose, going through it ourselves, then you'd pick up on things then as well. Of
course, yeah. So you're doing everything really in-house, bar the laser cutting at the minute, you were saying.
Yeah, we go from concept to design. The laser cutting is outsourced. We're bending. We're
doing all our shot blasting,
painting, 2-pack paint setup, and the
all
whole
the final assembly.
Yeah.
Everything else. So you were showing me the sidebars in these trailers earlier on. Is another new thing for you this year? Bolt-on sidebars.
Yeah,
they're just easier for you to assemble, and if they're damaged, someone can take them off and replace them very easily.
Yeah, I suppose there's an improvement on this year's like that. Constantly improving the product. I suppose it's a bit easier for us to make and stock, and that it can be replaced afterwards.
Yeah.
Even down to the shot blasting, they're galvanized so that they're just easier to. We can keep them in stock and bolt them on.
Yeah. And then your yard here, I suppose it's a bit of a small yard really. You're based here on the family farm, I suppose it was originally, was it?
Yeah. So initially we started off with one building doing just some conventional bale handlers and stuff, and I suppose as time progressed we needed a bit more room, so we're expanded as according we could, and look, because we always need a bit more room, but we have to work with what we have at the moment. And
yeah, so at the minute there you have your first shed here is where your folding and everything is done.
Yeah, it would be our sheet metal work shed, so we do our guillotine work there, cutting our sheets, and all our press brake work there then is carried out then as well, and we'd have a drawing and design for all our folding in as well.
Yeah, and then your next shed then is there's a lathe and there's a drill and
machine
making pins
shop,
and bushes and stuff in there, is it?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff prepared there, pins, bosses, all your tube bending is done there then as well. And
across the yard then you get into the into the big stuff, you have the big gantry crane in here, and that's where your chassis are done in this shed first.
Yeah, so we can cut our chassis there and direct straight onto the workshop floor then, assemble our chassis and our axles, and build our whole trailer there then as such. It moves in next door then to get welded, clamped down, shot blasted, and it has to move in into the painting shed. It gets 2 coats of primer and 2 coats of top paint in, and it can be assembled in the paint shed then as well.
Yeah, back into the paint shed for assembly.
Yeah.
And just back to the shot blasting and painting there, you're using the metal shot blasting process.
The steel shot, yeah. It's very, very good. It gives the material and the paint a good key into the material. And I suppose it removes all the rust, mill scale, and we've been using it now a good few years and we're very pleased with it.
Yeah, and then you can recycle that material, leave the auger on the floor there to...
Yeah, we put in a recycling
around.
system into the floor then, so it makes it easier for the operator. You can sweep it up with the forklift and turn on your recycling system, and it'll have it all back in action then again within an hour or so.
Yeah, and then it's 2-pack primer and 2-pack paint you're using and everything as well.
Yeah, so everything is, as we said, the shot blasting thoroughly clamped down in as well for any indiscrepancies of spatter or anything. The 2-pack primer and the 2-pack top coat in.
Yeah, yeah. And then when everything is finished and it's ready to go, is everything sold direct by yourself, or do you have a bit of a dealer network or distributors or?
We're building dealer networks always, yeah. We'd have a lot of dealers for the bale handlers, and for the trailers we're building relationships with a few customers now at the moment to get going. Now there is dealers there that will always buy a few trailers every year from us, and but yeah, we'd be liking to get more of a dealership going as well with.
Just to go off topic for a second, I spy a Fusion in the shed there.
Yeah.
You do a bit of contracting as well?
We do a little bit, yeah. I suppose every fella has a hobby.
Yeah.
I like to do a little bit of baling on our own farm there, and I suppose a little bit for our neighbours and a few relations and things as well. So look, it gets you out of the workshop for a bit, and I suppose it also gives you an opportunity to test different bale handlers and different trailers and products as well.
Right, lads, sure, look, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah,
thanks for chatting.
Yeah, 100%, thank you.